How's it going, guys? So I decided to do a little follow-up video on my Rey Mysterio showcase video that I did for WWE 2K22. I expressed that the mode did not go exactly as I would have really wanted it to go in theory. It was missing a lot of matches, a lot of big moments from the legendary Rey Mysterio's career. And one of my viewers, Metalhead Jake, you do get a shout out here, posted his list of matches that he would have liked to see in the showcase. Well, this got me thinking, and maybe I should make my own list here on YouTube for you guys. That's exactly what I'm gonna do here. And I was thinking, hey, what's a good number? I'll do 8 to be a little different this time. Instead of doing like 10, we'll do 8. So here's, without further ado, 8 matches that I feel that should be in Rey Mysterio's showcase mode. Now, I try not to be biased here. These are not necessarily my favorite matches. This is not in terms of match quality, but I feel like these matches are probably like the most crucial and like eventful matches in his career. So I like narrowed it down to 8. So without further ado, here we go. Okay, so first on the list is Reys Debut against Chavo Guerrero. And, I get it. Chavo was in AEW while they were making this game. So, that does play a role. But we have seen other superstars that were in other companies be in these games. So, this is my list. No excuses of who couldn't be in there for what reason. This is Rey's debut match. You never forget your first, and for Rey in WWE, this definitely deserves to be there. A really good match, a really good debut, and a very good opponent for Rey Mysterio, who he would wrestle many other times, and the feud would actually get pretty heated during 2006, which we'll talk about a little bit later on this list. Next up is Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle at SummerSlam 2002. And this is a match where Rey really got put on the map. A big pay-per-view like SummerSlam against a huge, massive star like Kurt Angle. What an opponent, what a match this was. Rey could show that he could hang with a bigger opponent, a different style of opponent. And Rey showed that he was way more than a luchador. He was way more than a cruiserweight division wrestler. And this is a really great opener from SummerSlam and a big pivotal part for Rey's career. Up next, Rey Mysterio versus Matt Hardy at WrestleMania 19. Rey's first WrestleMania, wrestling for the Cruiserweight Championship. No, he didn't win it, Matt did, but still, Rey in the opener of WrestleMania, I'm sure he never could have dreamed that this would ever happen when he was in WCW on the biggest pay-per-view in wrestling history. I don't know how they missed this one. Well, you know what? Matt is and has a pretty prominent role in AEW, so you kind of know why that is, but Rey's first WrestleMania definitely deserves to be a career highlight, that's for sure. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero in a ladder match for the custody of Dominic at SummerSlam 2005. I know a lot of people, kind of make fun of this match, but over time, in retrospect, many people have really grown to miss and really cherish these over-the-top storylines. And this is what made wrestling fun. This was during the Ruthless Aggression era. Definitely not as good as the Attitude era. But this was a great feud and a great way to cap it off in a really good ladder match with a stipulation that no one would ever forget. Plus, this pairs up nicely with the end of the showcase when Rey is tag teaming with his son. How great would it have been to see Dominic's child model in the game? I mean, that would have been so awesome. But of course, there's Vicky Guerrero, who's in AEW, and, she came to interfere in this match. There's other factors, but, man, this was such a pivotal point for Rey's career and one of the biggest storylines, without a doubt, that he was ever involved in. Rey Mysterio's win at Royal Rumble 2006 after the passing of Eddie Guerrero. I don't know how they didn't have this one. This was just absolutely painful for me to not see this great moment in Rey's career. And you didn't have to put in the whole Royal Rumble. You could have done what you did with Stone Cold's showcase back in 2K16. Just show the final 7 competitors. That's what they did. And they could have done that right here. I think that would have been excellent. You don't bog it down with an overly long Rumble. No one wants to play through Rumbles. I don't really play them ever in these games. I think the last time I ever played a Royal Rumble match that I actually selected from the exhibition was probably back in Shut Your Mouth when I used to do that shit. But yeah, that would have been really good. I mean, that's so important to Rey's career. I don't know how they really missed this one. Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton at No Way Out 2006. I think we need to have this heartbreaking moment because there was that moment where we thought, where Orton wins this match in the end by cheating, we thought that Rey's hopes and dreams were being ripped away from him. I mean, we kind of knew in the back of our head that, that he was going to end up getting that opportunity back. But, this was a great rivalry between these two. Randy Orton was the wrestler that Rey Mysterio had eliminated from the 06 Rumble to win it all. And before that, Orton was responsible for taking Eddie's lowrider after his passing and using it to put the hurt on The Undertaker, who he was feuding with at the time. So this lead-in, had a lot of history and a lot of build behind it. And this is an important match. I think it's also a very forgotten match because a lot of people just remember the 06 Rumble and then WrestleMania that followed soon after. But this is a very important match, and I think it would fit nicely into the overall story that they could tell and showcase, and they just did not do that. Rey Mysterio wins the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 22 from Kurt Angle in a triple threat match that also involved Randy Orton. Of course, Kurt Angle's not in the game, and that absolutely sucks. And just like his match at SummerSlam 2002, this match didn't happen either in the showcase. And I mean, this is Rey's first fucking title win. How is this not here? How is Angle not in the game? I mean, man, what a missed opportunity. It would have been fantastic to have this. We also could have had the WrestleMania 22 arena. Yes, I did download it on Community Creations, but that's besides the point. We could have had an authentic one in here, but alas, we did not get it. And this was, to me, probably one of the most disappointing missing matches from the showcase out of them all, really, to be quite frank. And last but not least, I had a lot of trouble deciding if I want to put this match on here, but I think you have to have it. Mysterio loses the World Heavyweight Championship to King Booker at the Great American Bash 2006. Now, I was thinking maybe do the Rey Mysterio and Chavo I Quit match that would follow a few months later on SmackDown. But, yeah, I figured, you know what? Why don't we just have this one here? Because this was the betrayal match. This is where Chavo interfered and cost Rey the championship, and King Booker ends up winning the belt, of course. I think this would be a nice little storyline. And, yeah, it wouldn't hurt to throw the I Quit match in there, too. But we're only doing 8 matches, and I decided that I should pick one of the two, and I decided to go with this one. So there you have it, folks. There are 8 matches that I feel should really be a part of the showcase, and they are definitely big gaping holes in what is an amazing career for Rey Mysterio. So let me know what you guys would have added to the showcase. Do you agree with the choices I made, or what are some other ones you would have swapped it out with? Give me your list in the comments down below. I'd be really interested to know. We'll discuss it down there. And please subscribe if you haven't already. And click the bells to get all notifications when I post all my new videos. I want to thank all my patrons for your continued support. And thanks again, guys. I'll see you next time.